Hello my loves, what's good, what's poppin'? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ria and I love Marvel movies. I just watched Endgame and oh my god, let me just say I'm still in shock. And if you guys haven't watched it, which I'm sure most of you guys have, because how could you not? It's Marvel. I mean, there have been like 22 movies that have led up to this moment. I'm digressing from the point of this video, but today I thought I'd do a quick get ready with me while we discuss the problematic world of Instagram, especially within the beauty community. Some of my unpopular opinions. I don't have any of this written down or anything like that. I'm just gonna be saying what I'm saying. And obviously these are, again, all in my opinions, all what I've noticed in my observation. I'm not saying that I hate Instagram. I love Instagram. And honestly, half of you guys are from there. And that's what I just love, you know, the ability to watch a video in a minute. I love, you know, sharing your life, sharing photos, having the ability to communicate with people globally, you know, all that ish. But I'm just sharing some problematic things that have been going on, chit-chatting and getting ready. I'm gonna do a summer glam today. If you haven't yet subscribed or I would like this video. I would love it if you guys could. And without further blabbing, let us hop right into this get ready with me. So I already have my foundation and stuff on from this morning. If you guys want to know how I got like my foundation and my base, I will link a video up in the cards here or here. I'm not really sure where it is. Or I will link it in the description bar down below so you guys can check it out. I am wanting to play a lot with color. I also wanted to hop into my NYX Ultimate Brights palette. I haven't played with this palette in such a long time and I think this palette has such beautiful colors, honestly. Every time I like just look at this palette in itself, I just think of summer and I'm so inspired to like put every single shade on my eyes. So today I might be playing around with some teals and purples. So to prime the eyes today, I'm going to go along a different route. And I'm going to take an old school favorite, my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. I'm just going to put this all over my lid because we want a really nice white base so that these shadows can really stick. And honestly, usually people would tell you to blend this stuff with the brush, but I feel these thick cream products always work best with either a synthetic brush, a synthetic eyeshadow brush, or with your fingers. I personally love using my fingers. Obviously they have to be clean first, okay? Because we're touching our eyes, people. We want to be sanitary. So I really want to talk about Instagram and the reliability of algorithms determining our worth, our creativity, and the content we produce. Some makeup artists out there, especially the smaller creators, put so much, literally 3 times the amount of time and effort these huger YouTubers do or beauty gurus do. And I'm not disregarding them because I know there are people like Tati out there that puts just as much effort. Just naming one, I know there are so many out there that you know, put so much effort into their videos. It applies for YouTube, social media, algorithms in general. You know, if a video doesn't do too well, sometimes it's not even the creator's fault. It's just the algorithm. As much as they say it's about engagement, I've seen videos with just as much comments and engagement getting still not pushed up, not promoted. You know, not like promoted but not on the main page, but like videos with like 30 comments or something coming on my feed, if that makes sense. So it's really not even about the influencer and content sometimes. It's just that the algorithm just is not in your favor, and sometimes it's just luck, and that's what really infuriates not infuriates, but really grinds my gears, because there is content that I see that so many people should watch, whether that be promoting a good message, you know, a YouTuber really putting a lot of creative thought into a post or into a look and it not being seen. It just demotivates the person, because you're like, oh, I'm putting so much effort into it, and it's very disheartening. I've heard lots of creators like talk about it on their stories and stuff, but at the end it's not changing. You know, again, the best thing would be chronological order is always the best way, you know. And I get it, you're like, oh, but what if the person doesn't want to see their content first? You know, why do they have to be prioritized because of timing? But honestly, if a person doesn't want to see someone on their feed, they'll just not be friends with them or not like follow them in the first place. If that makes sense. Like, as simple as it sounds, if someone doesn't want to see some content on their feed, they'll just unfollow. Simple as that. So influencers and creators kind of determine their self-worth, their creative ability based on the preference the algorithm gives them, and it's not in the viewers' hands themselves, you know. Because sometimes I honestly can say hands down, some people who I am so engaged with in terms of like Instagram, they're never on my feed sometimes. I'm just gonna go in with like a transition color. So I'm just gonna take my bronzer. This is the Pixie and Miriam Glow and Bronze palette. This literally is trashed. I already hit pan on my bronzer shade, by the way. So I'm just going to take just the shade above it, this one, because it is a little bit lighter. And just any fluffy brush and brush that into my crease. Otherwise, to me, the look was just incomplete. Also, I want to know your thoughts and your opinions on the normalization of Facetune. Women especially, and men. I see some men, fitness gurus and gym junkies, obviously alter their bodies, and it is proven, you know, everyone does it. Everyone does it. I do it. So many other people do it. I see friends editing their photos before they upload it. There are some accounts purely based on a body that is photoshopped, and I would hate to be a person, a child especially. While I'm talking about this, I'm just going to put this lavender shade right here, and we're literally just packing this color on the lid. That's why I love the milk base, because it is so, like, it's sticky, and this just really works with this color. Okay, I think this lighting, it's a bit darker, but it's way better. I'm going in with this blue, by the way, next. And it's so overused that when I'm on Instagram, it's so hard to depict or remember what a normal body should look like. Like, when going and working in a normal workplace, people's bodies don't look like that. When you go out into the real world, people's bodies don't look like that. And it can be such a toxic thing to grow up on. So right now, just making sure everything is kind of all blended together, because right now it looks very like something's missing. So I'm just going to be taking the Magnifies Jewel Rocks Edition Rimmel London palette. I'm going to take this mustard. You can take any mustard yellow color that you want. And I'm really going and honing in on the kind of 70s, 80s kind of color scheme on my eyes. So I'm going to be taking my Morphe M506, my fave blending brush. So where was I? I mean, growing up in social context where, you know, the standards are being set by unrealistic images must be so insanely hard for the generations growing up in this era. I remember being back in high school, the real world, I don't know if I was just stuck in a bubble, but I remember the real world didn't really makes sense to me, as in like the reality of a workplace and the reality of normality and a normal livelihood should be. And obviously there is no such thing as a normal livelihood, but you know what I mean, like the standard basics of living. And people are just thinking that influences and the lives that they're living are kind of what they should aspire to be. Let me tell you something. Influencers, just like models, are being paid for what they do, and therefore they have the extra time, the extra money. They're being paid, some of them even are getting free procedures done. Like honestly, now that I think about this, more and more younger influencers are getting more procedures done, and that is just not okay. And that kind of normalizes plastic surgery and stuff. And I in no means, and I'm talking about these plastic surgery accounts that promote like youth getting work done. Like that is not okay. Like it's not necessary. I'm not against it. Like do what you do, get what you want, like as long as it makes you happy. But then again, promoting or paying younger influencers and inviting them, like you know your target audience, like you know those in their 30s and 40s, you know, to get stuff done. But when you are offering up, and there are people out there that literally offer free procedures to be done to people who are in their teens, I kid you not, like late teens, early 20s, when it is not necessary, okay? Like that's a problem, you know? And not only are they making money off of sponsorships from the Instagram, but they're promoting this sort of need and necessity to have all these fillers and stuff done, and kind of normalizing it, where the new norm should be in your 20s or late teens. And that is so not okay, because that is not normal, okay? That in no way makes sense to me. That again, this is just my opinion. And that influencer that you see with an hourglass shaped body, girl, she's done lipo probably once or twice. She's probably had fat transfer or BBL done, a boob job, you know, sculpting, all that ish, you know, with the fat freezing, and I don't even know if that stuff works, but all that stuff being done. But people don't know what goes on behind the scenes, and you have these teens growing up with these ideal bodies, which is like the hourglass shape, or you either have one or the other. You either have an hourglass or you're super skinny. Like that is a body shape that you're meant to have. You're not meant to have bumps, lumps, cellulite. Anyway, that's perfect. That's what perfect is. That's what beautiful is shaped to be on this one social media platform. It's all Photoshop, and that's what I really don't like about Instagram. It's just, it sets up these unrealistic expectations and goals, and I feel like there should be some sort of line, but then it's so complex because you don't know what that line is. It's all really circumstantial. Yeah, those are just the 2 points that I just want to say. Like algorithms, just like a few points I wanted to say, like algorithms determining influencers and users' worth, likes, comments, all that stuff, kind of determining someone's happiness. And more on a serious note, it determines someone's income, someone's, you know, livelihood now, since there are the rise of influencers, which can be quite detrimental. And if there are new algorithms, I feel like Instagram should do the due diligence of making us aware of it. Like I don't want to see people on YouTube posting videos trying to figure out the new algorithm and give us tips and tricks on how they think it's working. I feel like Instagram should release statements or release a video saying, okay, we've changed the algorithm to this, and this. because I feel like all these conspiracy videos that come out like a couple of months after an algorithm change, and then Instagram are like, oh, I guess we'll release this info now. I mean, it's out there because someone must have figured it out. I think that's quite important, and I feel like it's really detrimental with how women and men are perceiving themselves, and it's really rapidly changing the way beauty standards are, the way lives should be shaped and should be. I'm just gonna curl my lashes and put on mascara. I don't think I want to add super huge lashes. But on a good note, like, Instagram is a platform where you can build your business, where, you know, social outreach is there are movements building up, there are support groups. It is a way to communicate, a way to share one's passions and life's learnings and being inspiring. But it's again, it's a double-edged sword where it can be so good and so beneficial, but it can also be so bad. By the way, I'm using Benefit Roller Lash. I like it with mascara. I might add like the Ardell 812s just to add like a little bit of wispiness. And like the simple act of promoting any words of wisdom or any encouraging words, using comments to lift each other up rather than bring people down, saying that 2 cents is literally going to do nothing for you. What is it going to give? Like, you know, a 2-second satisfaction, and then what? No one cares about your opinion, Jan. Like me, no one's gonna give a shit about this video or my opinion. I just wanted to say these opinions so that maybe some of you guys out there might, you know, agree with me, or, you know, I'm taking my Flower Beauty highlighter. This is something I've just been loving. Oh, no, I'm not. Actually, yes, I am. Actually, yes, I am. And I'm gonna take the pink one in the middle because I feel like, no, this one in the middle because I feel like that's quite appropriate. Could somewhat resonate with some of you guys. Maybe be a platform where we can start kind of conversation and a kind, non-harsh discussion in the comments down below. Just, you know, discussing like, what are your thoughts on it? Do you even see Instagram or social media being negative at all, or did this just come to you, or like, you know it but the positives outweigh the negatives, or you know that there are negatives and the negatives do affect you but you're just sticking through it, maybe because for the super positive accounts? I don't know. I also find it very stupid that, first of all, there are brands such as Fit Teas and appetite suppressants and all that shit out there, and secondly, it's still going on. Like, those accounts should not even be like active, but like influencers should not promote that shit. It is bad, it is unhealthy, and it is not promoting a good message. So that thing about Instagram just gotta go. I feel like there should be like health codes and violations. I don't know what I'm saying, but hopefully some of you guys can get the point I'm trying to send across. And me and my dry ass lips, I'm just gonna put on some gloss. I know I should have like hydrated my lips beforehand, but right now ain't nobody got time for that, okay? I know that there are positives and negatives. Let me know your thoughts about everything that I have talked about, maybe, I guess, in the comments down below. I am so living for this, like, I did change the lighting so you guys could see the look a little bit better. So I am so vibing with this 70s, 80s. I'm so bad at this. No, 90s, that's what it is. Why am I saying 70s and 80s? This is like a 90s. It reminds me of the jacket Will Smith wears on The Prince of Bel-Air during the opening credit scene. I hope you guys see that. But like, I'm living for this. I honestly would wear this outside. Low key, I love this. I literally came up with this on the spot. I had no idea what I was doing throughout this video. I thought I'd just rant, chat, took up her life and shit. So that's that. We're all Gucci. I can't believe I said that. I'm just gonna jump off a cliff now. I hope you guys liked this video. I loved filming it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys with all my heart. I'd love to hear again your thoughts and stuff. Sound them down below. I love you guys, and I'll catch you, my beautiful best friends, in the next video. Bye!